Hi, my name is Esperanza Hira. In this video, our group will be presenting a topic 3 titled Operation Research Method. There are numerous ways to define an operation method. In England and Europe, operation research is called operational research. Operations research primarily used in industrial engineering department and other departments besides school business, which considered interchangeable. According to Hillier and Hillier 2008, operational management and management sciences can be combined using the term ORMS. It is described using a scientific view and quantitative methods to support managerial decision making. The Operational Research Society defined OR as the discipline of applying advanced analytical methods to help in making a better decisions. There are three key terms applied in major definitions, which are structured, decision makings, and improvement. A structured is a technique will focus on using rigor and sophisticated. It requires a reliance on data and a mathematical or quantitative basis. Decision making is a term for the managers and decision makers to improve the quality of their decisions, to explore a new data in new ways by using a new techniques. Improvements is a performance improvements to improve an operating, financial, strategic performance for scientific rigor and better quality decisions. The evaluation of OR scope is important for healthcare industry and its future potential. In 1930s and 1940s, OR disciplines can be traced back to the pre-World War II. Several interdisciplinary teams brought together by the British government to investigate military tactics by applying science. Around 1940s, the OR group were used to develop the first radar system to help the British military track and identify the aircraft. In 1950, universities such as Columbia University, Case Western Reserve University developed a complete curriculum in ORMS. During the same year, the Operational Research Society of United Kingdom was formed, which considered to be the world oldest OR society. A lot of OR events happened during the time frame. For example, the publication of Operational Research Quarterly and the launch of journal Management Science. These two events offer an opportunities for the OR to publish and grow. According to Ackhoff 1971 and Riggs and Inaun 1975, OR shortly became known for incorporating scientific processes in decision making, which known as a systems approach. Now, what is a system approach? A system approach is described as how OR tries to understand the system fundamental behavior and structure. What is a tracking system? A tracking system is a tool that monitors the position, flow, and the movement of resources. It requires two components, which are software to support tracking and automatic identification of the resources by that software. The item must typically be marked with a distinctive fingerprint in order to achieve the second component. Now, how tracking system can improve the process flows? Tracking system allows for fewer inventories on hand and higher overall utilization rates. The operation management strongly depends on technology such as tracking system to improve the operational excellence, reduce costs and waste, and to improve cycle time. Besides, it helps to improve a labor productivity and operation effectiveness.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Farhadi Babinti Zulkifli, and I will be talking about the applications of operations research. So, as aforementioned, operations research deals with the use of analytical methods in order to make better decisions. Some examples of these analytical methods include linear programming, which is a mathematical technique designed to make decisions that optimize the trade-offs necessary for resource allocation, waiting time theory or queuing theory, which allows businesses to understand and improve queuing times for customers and at the same time workforce management, Inventory control systems, which is the regrouping of different solutions to solve the totality of an organization's inventory task. Replacement problems, which is optimization of materials that are known to fail after a certain period of usage time. Narrow analysis, which is presented as a graph to be optimized. And also sequencing problems, which defines the large number of ordered operations executed using limited resources. Healthcare is considered one of the largest industries worldwide. It is service-oriented and focuses on the quality and safety in delivering patient care. Operations research in a healthcare context is defined as all studies, regardless of research type, that results in practically useful knowledge that can enhance program implementation. Operation research in healthcare examines a system and experiments them in environments specific to the system, using various alternatives or strategies in order to find and select the most suitable option in improving the state system. The ongoing health program often have trouble achieving their expected objectives. Thus, the application of operational research such as decision method and quantitative method is used in healthcare administration. Operation research is more commonly utilized for hospital management, resource-constrained operations, or treatment planning. OR models are developed to answer a series of questions, including the hows and what's involved in the management of the healthcare industry. For example, the modeling of patient volume and flow, which requires understanding the key problems and transactions that patients must experience in multiple departments and through these network providers, helps answer how many patients should be scheduled daily, how should appointment slots be given out to avoid a longer waiting time, as well as what optimal sequencing should be carried out for the best results. Effective healthcare planning ensures resources are not wasted and are used optimally. That is all from me. Let's continue to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nurnain Nabila and I will be presenting forecasting. So, what is forecasting? Forecasting is a collaborative procedure that estimates the number of patients who will be served during a given time frame. It is an estimate of future demand along three dimensions. The first one is service type, where it includes the precise methods executed or the personnel engaged in the effort. Second is location, such as the department, floor, or other geographic location where the service types are performed. And thirdly is time, which relates to the hour, day, week, and month that the need was fulfilled. Other than that, there are long-term and short-term forecasting. Long-term forecasts extend beyond 2 years, and the greater the time span, the less reliable the prediction is. Meanwhile, short-term forecasting is within the next month or two. This time frame is optimal for resource planning, including labor scheduling and the purchase of supplies. In addition, forecasts are based on time series data, which refers to a collection of values or observations collected at successive points in time. Forecasting is important because it enables managers to minimize unproductive wait time, maximize customer service, and enhance operational efficiencies. Next, there are two types of forecasts. First, we have qualitative, which includes market research, executive opinion, and Delphi strategies to develop subjective or evaluative decisions regarding the future without relating demand to previous performance. The second is quantitative, which is utilized primarily in healthcare. It relies mostly on historical data. Quantitative can be divided into two measures. The first is univariate, that is based on a single variable. There are several different statistical models that are often called on to parse patterns in the data, such as Box-Jenkins, linear trend analysis, exponential smoothing, moving averages, least squares, and many others. Meanwhile, multivariate uses more than one variable to help better explain or model the past to make more accurate forward projections about the future. Next is the process of forecasting. The first step is to identify Operations manager must determine what is to be forecasted, such as patient admissions, appointments, and visits. The following step is to create a model. If possible, the operations manager must collect all historical information for this variable using a statistical or spreadsheet tool. The operations manager must then conduct a data analysis to make sense of the forecast and ensure that the results are reasonable. Last but not least is to adapt. Operations manager must continue to monitor and adjust the forecast so that the accuracy of the forecast improves over time. Other than that is the fundamental principle of forecasting, which consists of the following. First, level of hierarchy, then decompose the forecast, time horizon, apply quantitative techniques, simplicity first, reliable data source, cleanse the data, causal relationship, exception reporting, graphical analysis or trends, apply insight and intuition, use unconstrained data, and measure errors and accuracy levels.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Izzatirin Tirizam. So today I will explain to you about capacity and debottlenecking. So what is capacity? Capacity is refer to the amount of resources or asset that exist to serve the demand. So what is the bottleneck? Bottleneck is a choke point or a point or in a process where demand exceeds the available capacity. So first thing first, for the bottlenecking, it has 3 points. So I will explain to you guys about this point. For the first point of bottlenecking, it is a bottleneck also can be a person, a role or obstacle to cooperation and toward the performance among the department. Secondly, capacity is to remove these obstacles or the bottleneck, which called the bottlenecking. The example that we can give for the bottlenecking, it is in manufacturing plants. Bottlenecks occur at the machines or conveyors because they cannot be used simultaneously without slowing down the productivity. For the capacity, it also have 4 points, and what means of capacity, it can be measured in the number of available beds, examination room, and also the clinic. The capacity have 3 types. It is design capacity, effective capacity, and capacity planning. A design capacity, it is which is the maximum stated or theoretical output for resources. The effective capacity, it is about to adjust the design capacity with average expected utilization rates. So lastly, for the capacity planning, it's about the planning process for aligning the capacity with demand and analyzing whether resources constrained or surplus. So I think that's all the point from me about capacity and debottlenecking. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Farah Shahira. Will present about the barcodes and RFID. In the business world, we know that the barcodes are one of the innovations used to advance businesses. Barcodes are widespread. You might find them on mail, anything you can buy at stores, identity cards, and more. When used the barcode scanners, barcoding improved the efficiency and production in a variety of sectors. Laser beams are used to read the barcodes and converted into reflected light into data, which subsequently sent to a computer for action or storage according to the Nicole Pontius. How can barcodes related and used in healthcare? We are all aware that medical facilities get better with time. There are numerous types of drugs used to treat various illnesses from a pharmaceutical standpoint. Barcodes help to speed up the patient medication administration process. For illustration, when patient needs to take medicines, they no longer need to wait in line since the healthcare or pharmacy will scan the barcode containing the patient medication list with a single scan. Furthermore, standard barcodes are utilized to identify and track assets and resources. To handle patient records, Many hospitals employ barcodes technology. Doctors and nurses may access the patient information with a single scan by providing them a barcode identification bracelet. They can update and amend records while providing therapy. This procedure can save life in emergency situations where the patient needs an urgent care. It is also expedites therapy, allowing doctors to assist more patients. Radio frequency identification is or known as RFID is a type of wireless communication in which electromagnetic or electrostatic coupling in the radio frequency section of the electromagnetic spectrum is used to uniquely identify an object, an animal, or human. RFID tags come into two primary categories. The first is active RFID. Active tags have a battery continuously transmit data and can store more information. They can be read and transmitted throughout the hospital, assuming ample supply of antennas and readers, and thus have the advantage of less human interaction. Next is passive RFID. Passive tags do not contain any battery that can only be read by when a reader calls for a signal is nearby. Patients are given an RFID printed bracelet when they check in. RFID tags connected with the real-time locating system software and processes every 2 to 3 seconds throughout the Wi-Fi network. Sensors strategically placed in a room and hallways to detect the patient movement, allowing medical staff to know where the patient is at all the time. In Los Angeles, Adventist Healthwide Memorial has demonstrated that employing RFID tags and cloud-based software that combines the RTLS, operating room, workflow management, and mobile communication, this technique improved operation room recovery time by 27 to 24 minutes, so the patient will no longer have to wait a long time for a surgery. The introduction of radio frequencies result in a cost saving in the form of increased capacity, higher utilization, decreased inventory, cheaper operational expenditure, and labor saving. All of this is one of the aims of being an efficient hospital, which is to be able to cut waiting lines and debottlenecking, as mentioned by my friends. In summary, this form of healthcare technology solution will aid in the organization of patient admission process, tracking the medicines and treatment, and identifying the individuals during the admission terms. The usage and barcodes and RFID in various combination with current system can help to enhance the healthcare facilities and save personnel time and effort while delivering the best care for the patient. Among the advantages described here are increased the patient safety, compliance with the healthcare standards, shorter recovery times, and more efficient administrative operation. That's all for me. Thank you. In conclusion, this chapter is basically briefing about the operation research methods that can be used to initial evolution into healthcare. They are first step to improve patient and process flows, which are understand the patient demand, align capacity, and resource with demand. So we can use the debottlenecking approach to reduce the bottlenecks by identifying strategies for changing demand and expanding the capacity and removing the barriers, which is critical to improving the flows. And then the forecasts are essential to understand demand over time and predict changes in volumes. The use of wait time optimization models can help to make critical decisions about how to remove one of the most common complaints in healthcare. Finally, asset tracking systems such as barcodes and RFID help to improve asset utilization, which increase the effective capacity of the key resources. That's all from us. Thank you.